Hello students, welcome to chemistry online classes. Second PUC syllabus we have started. Lecture 5, surface chemistry lesson. Now students, already we have seen first classification and second classification of colloids. Now it is our third classification of colloids. Look properly. Classification 3 up to before previous class, second classification was over. In second classification the base was physical state of dispersed phase, dispersion medium over interactions over. Third classification is based on type of particles of the dispersed phase. Here in this classification only particle of dispersed phase is considered, not dispersion medium. Okay, so based on particle of dispersed phase, this third classification is done. Very simple type of classification is there, just go on understanding the points. So third classification of colloids is based on type of particles of the dispersed phase. Three types are there. First, multimolecular colloids, macromolecular colloids and associated colloids or micelles. Question will be generally asked on third type, micelles or associated colloids. Okay. Still we will see all three types one by one. First type of colloids is multimolecular colloids. Multimolecular. In name only you will understand that multi means many molecules form these colloids. Okay. So very simple type of colloids these are. Let us see the points. In these colloids, size of particle is small. Which particle? Dispersed phase I am speaking about, because basis of this classification is particle nature of dispersed phase. So size of particle is small. How much small? Students, you will be knowing that what is range for colloidal solutions. Colloidal solutions have range of 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. So these particles will be smaller than, size will be less than 1 nanometer. Okay, small size will be there. Now such small particles, atoms or molecules on dissolution, size is small but on dissolution such many molecules will come close to each other, they will aggregate, and after aggregating their size will be in the colloidal range. Like this they will form colloidal solutions. These are called as multimolecular colloids. What I told students, multimolecular colloids, size of particle is small but on dissolution many small sized particles aggregate. After aggregating, coming together, their size will increase. Okay. These aggregated species are called multimolecular colloids. These aggregated species are called as multimolecular colloids. Why multimolecular? Many molecules will come together. Before coming together, before dissolution, their size will be small. After coming together, aggregating together, their size will be in the colloidal range. These aggregated species are called as multimolecular colloids. Their size belongs to colloidal range. Students, which is colloidal range? Never forget, 1 nanometer up to 1000 nanometer is colloidal range. Okay, so let us see the example of this. Gold sol, Even you can take example of sulfur sol. Okay, understood multimolecular colloids. Let us move towards macromolecular colloids. As name tells, macromolecular colloids. Macro means large. Here atoms, molecules are large in size. Already their size is in the colloidal range. So on dissolution, directly they will form colloidal solution. No aggregation takes place because macromolecules, molecules are already in the range of colloidals. Already their size is in the colloidal range. Okay. So what I am writing here, see students, for macromolecular colloids, particles are big or bigger in size already is, it belongs to colloidal range. Okay, so on dissolution, this type of molecules will form macromolecular colloids. Okay, here two important characteristics are there. They are very stable. Of course, students, you can understand that because this type of colloids already their size is belonging to colloidal range, so they are very stable type of colloids. Second point is they resemble true solutions. They resemble true solutions in various ways. Okay, very similar to true solutions. What are true solutions? Everything we have seen in previous video. Okay, now examples we'll see. For multimolecular, we have seen example of gold sol, sulfur sol. Many sulfur molecules, thousands of sulfur molecules will come together and forms multimolecular colloids. Here already size is large enough, so we have to take such molecules which are large in size. So which molecules are large in size? Of course polymers. Which polymers? You can take many examples. Naturally occurring polymers are, for example, I will write polymers. All polymers comes under this because they are having large size. Many molecules already came together. Polymers are large in size. Polymers like, we can take example of natural polymers like starch. Again natural polymer like cellulose. Okay, you can take example of proteins. Artificially or man-made polymers, you can take example like polythene. Okay students, so I hope you understood multimolecular colloids, macromolecular colloids. Multimolecular, macromolecular, what is the difference? Here size of the particle is very very small, so many molecules should come together. That aggregate belongs to colloidal range and such is called as colloidals. Multimolecular. Here macro means large, already size is large, so directly on dissolution you will get the colloidal solution which is called as macromolecular colloids, and these are very stable because of their size and they resemble very well to true solutions. Examples, you can take any polymers. Okay. Let us move towards third type, that is micelles, or they are also called as associated colloids. Okay, so associated colloids, by name you are also understanding that here molecules are going to associate. Then here also association was there. Then what is exact difference, that try to understand. Associated colloids, first I will explain, later on I will write down. Associated colloids or micelles, try to understand because on this many times question is asked regarding mechanism. Mechanism we will see afterwards. Let us first understand What are these micelles? Some substances will be there at lower concentration. When concentration is less, that time they will be acting as normal strong electrolyte. Understand well. Concentration is less, that time they will act as good or normally strong electrolyte. Ions will be there and they will be acting as strong electrolyte. Okay, imagine water is there, in that associated colloid particles that are added, less concentration is there. As concentration is less, molecules are away, that's why they are acting as normal strong electrolyte. But if concentration increases at higher concentration, imagine many spoons are added or much concentration is there, then you can see that molecules will come close to each other, is it? Because higher concentration, many molecules will be there. Now in the solution, molecules will come close to each other, and due to higher concentration, the molecules will start associating together, aggregating together, and after association, the species formed are called as micelles, or they are called as associated colloids. So condition you understood. If concentration is less, they won't associate, they act as normal strong electrolyte. But at higher concentration, many molecules will be there, and that's why they will start associating together, aggregating together, and the newly formed species after aggregation size will be large, belonging to colloidal range. These are called as micelles. Okay, so I hope you understood, students. Now students, you tell me, for example, lower concentration you understood, higher concentration understood. Micelle formation takes place when, if concentration is higher, not at lower concentration. There are two conditions for micelle formation. We will see that condition before. See here, I am writing here, at lower concentration they behave as strong, normal strong electrolyte. At higher concentration, they start associating, or you can use the word they start aggregating. Okay, and these newly formed species after aggregates, these aggregated species are called micelles. I hope students you understood how micelles are formed. There are two conditions for micelle formation. See here, two conditions. There are two conditions for micelle formation. First condition, temperature should be, I am writing directly sentence C, temperature should be above a particular temperature called as Kraft temperature. How much temperature should be there? Temperature should be above or greater than a particular temperature called as Kraft temperature. Kraft temperature I am showing like this, students. T for temperature, K. Okay. First condition understood. For micelle formation, temperature should be above a particular temperature. That temperature is called as Kraft temperature. Second condition we have seen already. Concentration should be high. High means how much higher concentration should be there. Then concentration should be above a particular concentration called as CMC. What is this CMC? Critical missile concentration. Concentration should be above a particular concentration, that is called as CMC, critical missile concentration. Okay. So these two conditions, remember, when these two conditions will be fulfilled, that time missiles will form. Before this condition, if concentration is less, missile formation do not take place. Okay. Lower concentration, they act as just normal strong electrolyte. Now here one thing remember students, lower concentration normal strong electrolyte, higher concentration molecules came close to each other, they associated, they aggregated, and these aggregated species are called as missiles. What happens, imagine that again missile formation, you can see that okay, higher concentration is there, missiles are formed. If you will again add the solvent, water, whatever solvent you add, again concentration decreases, then what will happen? See here, it is reversible. At higher concentration, if you already missiles are formed, and if you will dilute it, or if you will make the concentration lower by diluting, then again these aggregates, these associated missiles, they will separate, and again they will form ions and they start behaving as normal strong electrolyte. Understood? So they will revert again on diluting, that is at lower concentration. Okay. So these were all three types of colloids. Students, now we will see mechanism of colloids. Okay. Yes students, let us see mechanism of missile formation. Okay, I told you that among three missiles or associated colloids, they are most important. On this question will be asked. Which question will be asked? Mechanism they will ask. Mechanism of missile formation, how these missiles will form. Missiles means associated colloids. We will see this mechanism of missile formation by taking an example of soap. Okay. So what are soaps? Sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids. Sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids are called as soaps. Already you know. Students, formula C17H35 COONA. Here I am writing, taking sodium. Okay. So sodium stearate it is. This is soap. Soap dissociates to give so when dissolved in water, soap dissociates to give one anion and Na plus cation. Okay. Now at higher concentration what happens, say, or how missile formation takes place. Now concentrate on this anion part only, because these anions are going to aggregate, are going to associate to form missiles. So concentrate on anionic part. Okay. So let me draw this anion. 17 carbon I should draw. I will start like this, CH3. Are these 17? Then COO O minus. Okay. This is stearate ion. Stearate ion. Stearate ion is C17H35CO minus anions. Stearate ions are going to aggregate. Now students here understand, these stearate ions have two parts. Okay. This is head. Okay, and this is long hydrocarbon chain called as tail. Got? Try to understand. Long hydrocarbon chain of 17 carbon is called as tail, and front anionic part is called as head. Head is hydrophilic. Hydrophilic. Students, what is hydrophilic nature? Yesterday already leophilic, leophobic I have told you. Hydrophilic, philic means loving. Hydrophilic means loving water. Head loves water. Hydrophilic nature. Opposite. How is tail? Tail is hydrophobic. Hating water. Hates water. Okay. Next. You can see here negative charge is there. So head is polar. Tail is non-polar. Understood? So in short, if I have to draw this stearate ion, then how I will draw, students? Here. Eight peaks I have taken, then COO minus. Okay, this is our head part. For head onwards, I will give minus sign. Why head minus? You can see here. Okay, so this diagram you should draw if missile mechanism is asked. So students, here for understanding missile mechanism, we have taken example of soap. Soap is nothing but sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids, sodium or potassium stearate, formula C, and then you should write the formula. This soap, this is complete soap. On dissolving in water, it dissociates. Out of that, we are interested in anion because anions will be aggregating to form the associated colloids. How are these anions? Anions have two parts. Long hydrocarbon tail, upside is head, polar part is called as head, tail is hydrophobic, head is hydrophilic, polar, non-polar. And this type of structure you can say this is tail, this is head. Okay students, now using this soap structure onwards I will draw like this. One tail will be there, one head will be there. Properties remember, head is loving water, head hydrophilic, negative in sign, and using this we will see how missiles are formed. Okay. So students, here first we will see at lower concentration and then we will see at higher concentration. When missile will form at higher concentration, rather missile will form when these two conditions are fulfilled. So what happens at lower concentration to the soap and at higher concentration, let us see. So first at lower concentration. Now at lower concentration, see student, here I have taken a beaker in which water is there. Okay. beaker is filled with water. In that we will add soap. Soap is, now you understand, tail plus head. Now when at lower concentration soap is added or detergent is added, how to show the diagram? See, out of tail and head, which part will go inside, students? I added soap, stearate ions. Which part will go inside the water? Which part is loving water? And you all know that I am putting negative sign to the head. So see, student, properly. Which part is inside the water? Head is inside the water. Reason understood? This is nothing, these are nothing but stearate ion with their heads inside. Diagram understood? Why heads are inside? Because heads are hydrophilic, loving water, so they will go inside water. Long hydrocarbon tail is hating water, hydrophobic, that's why it remains out of water. This is what happens at lower concentration. Now next, micelles will take place at higher concentration. So at higher concentrations, students, see, at higher concentration what will happen? First understand, then diagram I will draw. When concentration increases, these stearate ions will be pulled inside the bulk. In the bulk meaning also you know inside, okay, inside the water. At higher concentration, now they should aggregate together, they should associate together to form the micelle. That's why these all stearate ions which are present at the surface, they will be pulled inside and they form one aggregate of spherical shape. Understood? So at higher concentration, I will not draw this beaker now, but you should understand that at higher concentration what happens? At higher concentration, stearate ions are pulled inside to form spherical shape micelle. Then student, you will be thinking that how many will come together? They will aggregate, okay, but near or around hundreds, okay, hundreds of stearate ions will be pulled inside. After going in the bulk, they will form here micelle, okay, and this micelle, now I will show the diagram here, okay. So actually this micelle is present here, okay, micelle. Micelle formation is not outside the water, it's all that stearate ions are pulled inside, so it is inside water. How many stearate ions will be pulled? Hundreds of, around hundreds, so stearate ions will be pulled inside. They will form a spherical region and that is called as micelle. How this spherical region is formed? Let us see. Okay, all are pulled inside. Now inside water, this is their spherical shape I am showing you. This is what I am drawing, micelle. Now student, you only tell, inside water all these are going, they have to form one aggregate. But there are two, one is head, one is tail, one is head and tail, hydrophilic, hydrophobic. Who will be outside and who will be inside? Then you can very well understand that there it is exactly opposite on the surface. I am putting minus sign because heads are negatively charged, anionic part. Understanding students? All tails inside, okay. For heads I am putting minus sign. These are outside, anion forming head. What type of head? It is hydrophilic. Why heads are outside? See student, because outside who is there, water is there. So heads remain in company of water, exposed to water because they are loving water. Okay, that's why head should be outside, and hydrophobic tails will go inside at the center of the sphere. Okay, because they don't love water, they are hating water, so they will not get exposed to water. So what sentences you should write here, students? See, at highest concentration, stearate ions are pulled inside the bulk and they will form spherical shape. This spherical shape is formed in such a way that hydrophilic heads will be exposed out and all hydrophobic tails will be at the center of the sphere. Heads will be around the spherical shape outside and tails will be at the center of the sphere. Because these are philic, these are hating water, so they will remain away from water. Okay, and like this micelle formation takes place. Okay, all this explanation you should write. I hope you understood concept of mechanism of micelle formation. Student, when this micelle formation will take place, things were two. At lower concentration, soap was not going inside. We have seen at lower concentration it is only at the surface, but when these two conditions are fulfilled, that time that are whatever stearate ions are present on the surface, they will be pulled inside and they arrange themselves in a group, associate together, aggregate together in a spherical shape in such a way that tails will be inside, heads will be outside. All these explanations you should write. This is all about mechanism of micelle formation. Now along with this attached question will be asked, write cleansing action of soap. So let us see cleansing action of soap. Yes students, now we will see cleansing action of soaps. How actually soap cleans the clothes. Okay, very small part is there. Sometime attached question will be asked along with mechanism of micelle formation, that is cleansing action of soaps. Now students, let us imagine that here is one surface, any cloth. On this I am showing this is some grease particle present. Okay, grease particle is present. We have to remove this oil, grease, any dirt you can think of. Now next, imagine that soap is applied. Okay, soap applied, then which part will go inside, which will remain outside? Grease. Now student, here grease is there, oil is there, tail is also not loving and head is also not loving oil. So how meaning you should take here. Now this is oil droplet or grease droplet, so head will remain outside because head is loving what? Hydrophilic, loving water, not oil. So head will not go inside. Who will go inside? Tail. So diagram try to understand. This soaps or stearate ions head. Head is hydrophilic, loving water, hating oil. So it will remain outside the oil. Like this soap will be applied, then tail part will go inside the droplet. Okay, interacting with the grease droplet. Now afterwards each oil grease droplet or oil droplet will be surrounded by stearate ions on all sides. Let us see. Imagine that this is grease droplet. Now from all sides stearate ions will be there. So that you can very well understand that head is outside because head loves water, hydrophilic, not oil. So everywhere I am putting minus sign. These are stearate ions around grease droplet or oil droplet, you can see. Okay, now how this is removed from the cloth, see. Okay, grease droplet, soap applied, now that soap has formed missile around the grease or oil droplet. Now when water is applied or water is poured on the cloth for cleaning purpose, that time you know very well that these outsides are called, these are hydrophilic heads. They love water. So whenever water is poured, these hydrophilic heads are going to interact with water and they will go along with water because they love water. These are hydrophilic. But these heads are immersed inside the grease. So along with head, tail will go, and tail will take along with it grease or oil droplet. Like this cleansing action will take place. Students, I hope you understood this topic of how cleansing takes place. Okay. So when water is applied, outside hydrophilic heads will interact with water. They will run along with water. Okay, or much interaction will take along with heads. Tail will go, and tails are immersed in oil droplets. So whatever dirt is there, oil, grease, that will be removed along with water. Like this, clothes will become clean. This is cleansing action of soap. Question understood? Write missile, mechanism of missile formation. Attached question may be cleansing action of soap. Many times it will be asked. Students, in next our class we will start with next topic. Till that, write the notes. Everything writing is not possible, but listen and write down the important points.